The Crow is a comic book franchise that has been adapted into multiple feature films, and I have not engaged with any of it. This is just a franchise that I've never gotten into. I might watch the upcoming reboot. I wasn't planning to necessarily, but apparently it's a comic book movie, so it might be relevant to the channel. We'll see. But I do find the controversy surrounding the upcoming film starring one of the Skarsgårds. Billy Skarsgård. That's who it is. Pennywise. That's the guy. I find the controversy around it interesting, to say the least, and I don't think I actually have to know anything about the film in order to talk about it. So, if me not having seen The Crow immediately renders my opinion useless, I totally meant to do that. So it's fine. Leave, I guess. If you could dislike the video at least on your way out, boost the video in the algorithm, that would be appreciated. There are people out there that are against the very existence of the upcoming film starring Billy Skarsgård. If you don't know, the lead actor of the original 1994 Crow film, Brandon Lee, he actually passed away during filming on the project. It was an accident or something due to a prop gun malfunctioning. Very tragic. And there are people that view the mere existence of another Crow movie to be disrespectful to Brandon Lee. Again, from what I've been able to read from people's thoughts, again, I'm not all that familiar with the franchise. The main reason why people don't necessarily view the other various Crow movies that have been made is because the other Crow movies, probably because of the tragedy, I'm not entirely sure, they opted to use a different character than the Crow that was in the original Crow movie. The character that was the Crow in the original film was Eric Draven. That was the character's name, and other films have opted to use different protagonists that are the Crow in that movie. The upcoming Billy Skarsgård's film, however, is going back to Eric Draven, where Bill is playing that character. And the interesting thing is that it's not just fans that are coming at the film after this. We actually have people that were involved in the original 1994 Crow also speaking out. The director, Alex Proyas, he came out on his social media apparently mocking images of the upcoming film, saying, "Eric Draven's having a bad hair day. Next reboot, thinks. I guess he's supposed to be a bad mofo with all those tats and werewolves and skulls on his jacket. Samuel Adams, Jesus, he could at least drink something more badass." Another crying, laughing emoji. Well, at least the stills gave me a good laugh. Now, I personally find this to be pretty classless, publicly shitting on the next adaptation of the property that you made a movie of. Everyone has the right to give their own opinion on a movie, right? You're not committing some egregious sin by doing so. I don't know. It just seems a little mean-spirited to me. But it's honestly the last line here that really caught my attention. I thought they were going to take a dump on Brandon Lee's legacy for a moment. Because I'm like, okay, you're making fun of the movie. Why exactly are we bringing up Brandon Lee in this situation? And also, what are you asserting there? That if the movie was good, that somehow taints Brandon Lee's legacy with the original Crow or something? What? If you're going to criticize the movie, that's fair. But it is completely unnecessary, in my opinion, to bring up Brandon Lee in that criticism. We can have a conversation about whether or not it's appropriate, blah, 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 blah. But when you're going on a criticism saying why you think a movie looks bad, to bring up Brandon Lee in that context, that's just you using his tragedy as a weapon to attack the movie with. At that point, that stops being just you innocently, feeling weird or sad about a situation because of obviously how intimate you are with it. That's you going a step further, and no, you can't just do that. That's shitty. I'm sorry, but it is shitty. Alex Proyas later walked back his statement weirdly, so this is what he had to say now. "I really don't get any joy from seeing negativity about any fellow filmmaker's work.
And I'm certain the cast and crew really had all good intentions, as we all do on any film.
So Alex Proyas seems to be going through a state of psychosis, because apparently he doesn't remember that he absolutely was receiving joy from seeing negativity, right? Being the proprietor of the negativity about his fellow filmmakers' work. Maybe Alex Proyas just doesn't understand that when you post something on the internet, it doesn't go away. I don't know what's going on there. But he continues forward.
So it pains me to say any more on this topic, but I think the fans' response speaks volumes.
So, no, we're not talking about the fans' response here, my brother. We're talking about your response. You yourself made a response. And it was classless. But anyway, he keeps on going. The Crow is not just a movie. Brandon Lee died making it, and it was finished as a testament to his lost brilliance and tragic loss. It is his legacy. That's how it should remain. Okay, so now I'm going to straight up just say my opinion here. The existence of a Crow reboot is not in any way disrespectful to Brandon Lee. The idea that just because a tragedy like that happens, that IP is suddenly just precluded from ever being made again is just not something that I can get behind. The original Crow, starring Brandon Lee, still exists. It's right there. You can still watch it. Everybody can appreciate Brandon Lee's performance in it. I assume it was very good. Nothing is happening to that original Crow movie. This Crow movie does not replace this Crow movie. They can both coexist. Rochelle Davis, she was an actress in the original Crow movie. She weirdly starts saying that Bill Skarsgård being a straight white male, that's somehow disrespectful to Brandon Lee. How? That's fucking weird. Why would you even try to make that argument? And then she goes on to just blatantly say that Hollywood is somehow not revering Brandon Lee by making another Crow movie. Again, as I just said, the new movie does not replace, do anything, does not disrespect the old movie. Everyone can still go back and appreciate Brandon Lee's performance. We don't have this mentality around any other job. If a McDonald's cashier were to pass away, even on the job, if something tragic were to happen where they passed away on the job, the McDonald's would not just keep that position vacant because it would be too disrespectful to the cashier worker that passed away. Nor should they. It's tragic. It's sad. We should mourn the person that passed away. But after a certain point, you move forward. You're going to have to rehire somebody for that job. And listen, I understand that a lot of the responses here, they're not logical, right? People are just emotional. Seeing a new Crow that's not Brandon Lee is just inherently upsetting to people. But if you're going to openly come out and shit on the movie, use Brandon Lee as a weapon against it, which in my opinion is actually disrespectful to Brandon Lee, not just having a conversation about the situation, but what Alex Proyas did, which was shitting on the movie, and then at the end, wielding Brandon Lee's tragedy as a weapon against the movie right alongside his criticisms. No, that's not just you being emotional. That's actually just you being a shitty person. So yeah, if you're going to come out and publicly say all of that, I can publicly come out and call you out on it. So yeah, let me know what you think about the situation. If you disagree with what I've had to say here, I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.